Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Luxury Calling. Here are the 10 most expensive guns ever sold at an auction. Number 10, Hitler's Golden Gun, $114,000. The Fuhrer's Golden Gun. This gun was rumored to have been given to Hitler on his 50th birthday by a member of the Walther family. It's a golden inlaid Walther PP and makes our list as the 10 most expensive guns sold at an auction. This is the famous gun that Hitler is believed to have committed suicide with as the Allies were closing in on the Nazi regime. Number 9, Wyatt Earp's Colt .45 revolver, $225,000. If you're a fan of the Old West, and there's no doubt you've heard this name before, this gun belonged to one of the toughest U.S. Marshals in history, and its owner was known to be a Renaissance man when it came to making a profit off of various businesses. The gun has been passed down from generation to generation in the Earp family, and it's thought this gun was used in the infamous OK Corral shootout, one of Earp's most defining moments as a Marshal. This is a gun that will most likely never reach the auctions again, but if it were, could bring in at least 10 times what it was originally sold for. Number 8, the gun that killed Jesse James, $350,000. This gun brought down one of the most revered bandits of the West, Jesse James. Jesse was known for robbing stagecoaches, trains, banks, and pillaging through the West with his posse. The man seemed unstoppable, and for a very good portion of his career he was, until his posse started making big mistakes left and right, which left Jesse open to be shot in the head by this very gun. Number 7, Teddy Roosevelt's shotgun, $862,500. If there was ever a man's man, it was Teddy R. His rise to the political ranks has been studied and mimicked by politicians even today. He was an avid outdoorsman, and his time in office saw many preservation acts put in place to protect national parks. If you see a picture of the man anywhere outside, chances are you'll see him carrying this gun with him. He even took the gun with him on the Smithsonian African tour, which lasted well over a year. The gun is almost iconic as he is, and it goes to show just how much the man loved the outdoors. Number 6, Texas Ranger Sam Wilson's Colt Walker at $120,000. Texas Rangers back in the day packed some serious heat with them on their patrols to catch bounties in the West. The .44 caliber Colt Walker revolver was a standard issue sidearm at the time and was only given to the best Rangers. If the Ranger chooses to not shoot a .44 caliber bullet, he could opt to use a 220 grain bullets instead. Only 1,100 of these were ever produced. Number 5, Colt Patterson revolver, $977,500. Face it, the Old West is directly responsible for some of the best gun models we've seen. So much so, the old models have been continuously inspired and improved from their historical ancestors. Take the Colt Patterson percussion revolver as the #1 prime example. It is the first repeating pistol that has ever been made, and it's directly responsible for how the country's history was shaped and is the grandfather of automatic weapons. Much like the Colt Walkers, this .44 caliber weapon had a very limited run, and few models of it were produced. Number 4, gold inlay Colt model 1849 pocket revolver, $1.1 million. Remember how in the last gun description we remarked how older guns were responsible for how the newer ones should be designed? This gun is exactly what we were talking about. This is an offspring of the Patterson Colt in the model 1849 pocket revolver. The progressive evolution of the gun design to 1936 is visible. The version of the gun was made to be easier to carry, and it was one of the most popular models of this time. Its value doesn't just come from its age, but also from the artistic gold inlays that have been masterfully implemented in the gun's handle and barrel. Number 3, Simon Bolivar's flintlock pistols, 1.6 mil. We're going to be breaking out the Western models and going back in time for the century. Bolivar is one of the most influential Hispanic leaders that the world has seen, and his patrols certainly show off the man's reputation in an effortless style. These pistols were used when Bolivar was helping many South African countries gain their independence from Spain. The sheer historical presence of it makes up its value. Number 2, George Washington's saddle pistols, $1.9 million. This is the second most expensive set of guns ever sold at auction, and they belong to America's first president, George Washington. These pistols saw and fought the very birth of the nation. The pair is well over 240 years old and are still in very good shape. They were a gift from the Marquis de Lafayette. They were purchased in 2002 by the Richard King Mellon Foundation at Christie's. The Mellon Foundation then donated them to Fort Ligonier Museum near Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Number 1, John Wilkes Booth's gun, priceless. This is considered by some to be the most historical gun on the list, and it's number 1 for a reason. This is the very gun that killed Lincoln. It's only 6 inches long, and it fit perfectly in Booth's hands before he shot the president. It was sold for $25 in the 1800s, which in today's money would be a hefty price tag. It's the most valuable gun in the world, and there is absolutely no chance at all that it will be at the auction block again. The cost it could demand today is mind-boggling, and we can only hope to see it if it can come back to auction. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.